All right, first and foremost, give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakadash, the launch to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, who rule well and is worthy to be counted for the belongers. And peace citation, you brothers out there pushing the truth wholeheartedly and sincerely and for love of the gospel. All right, it's the brother Gabaria from the Indiana camp. Come back at you again with another sit down to basically to talk about you women are supposed to be up under the man. All right, now this basically I'm just referencing this from Elder Apostle Aramla's video, I believe yesterday, where he was talking about getting back to the basics. All right, if you don't have a video topic, if you can't think of it, if the spirit doesn't hit you with a video topic, then 9 times out of 10, then you should just do a video about back to the basics, man. Do a video about basic things. All right, because Apostle said, man, we still have newly brothers that come into this thing, brothers still, the sheep is still, we have brothers that still come into this thing, that is just now waking up that they're Israelites, and they need the milk breakdowns too. You can't always go into the Revelations and the Daniels and the Ezra's and the real deep heavy things all the time. Yeah, I know it does feel good, because you might get a revelation about a scripture and be like, oh, that scripture goes with this scripture and that scripture goes. Might hit 1,000,000 scriptures, but guess what? To a person that's not on that level, that's going overwhelm them, and it is like, oh my God, I can't even follow this video. I've done it. I've watched the video where, when I first came to the truth, I watched the video where, where I got overwhelmed. I didn't know what was going on in the video. I didn't know what was being said. My mind was, I couldn't even follow along. I had to stop writing scriptures because I didn't know certain things. I didn't know certain things at that specific time, so I had, but it was hard for me to really follow along, brothers were trying to make points and here and there, and I haven't even read that yet, and I haven't doing that, so it's real hard, for a babe to follow along on that type of level with a brother that's been in the truth for a couple years. All right, so getting back to the basics is not a bad thing. Sometimes it might be sometimes you might want to take 1 or 2 videos out of the week, and do just basic scriptures. All right, just like this one. These are, this is not really hard. Matter of fact, nature itself shows you that a woman is under a man. All right, she one thing is what, she's clearly weaker. All right, a female can never have as much muscle capacity as a male. And I know that's a carnal way looking at it, but guess what? I mean, it's also spiritual, man, because the Most High deals nothing with men, nothing but men. All right, he doesn't deal with the woman, because one reason he deprives her for wisdom. All right, but that's getting into the whole nother thing. But right now, man, the Lord is only dealing with men. All right, the 144,000 are of men. All right, and that doesn't mean that the Lord's not going to save women and children. Also, He is going to save women and children. All right, but right now, the 144,000 has a for sure seat. All right, they have the for sure. They have a for sure seat. All right. And the elect in the 144 and the 1/3 of Israel, they also have a for sure seat. All right, that consists of women and children and other, and maybe other men. Right now the Lord is coming back to save that 144, that governing body. Okay, now this is 1 Peter chapter 3 verse 6. It says, even as Sarah obeying Abraham, calling him Lord, whose daughters ye are, as long as you do well, and are not afraid with any amazement. All right, so basically, Sarah obeyed Abraham. All right, that means she listened to him. Let's look up the word obey. It says to listen, to hearken, of one who on the knock of the door comes to listen. It is, or to obey, to be obedient, to submit. All right, so that's what it means, man. And it's a heavy, especially in Israel, especially the Judite woman, it's a heavy rebellious to my man spirit out there, man. I'm gonna do what I want to do. I ain't gonna listen to what my man has to say. That's heavy. That is very heavy, and it shows you how much. And it shows you how much is a demon it is. It is a very rebellious spirit out here, especially among women. All right. But you have a very handful of women that actually understands that in order to keep a man, in order to have a man, I must do what he says. I must appease to him. All right. I was listening to that song "Cater to You" by fuck that group's called Destiny Child, I think it was called. Yeah, Destiny Child. you know. And all throughout the whole entire song, it's women saying they want to cater to their man, you know. They want to do what they man. They want to be there for their man. They want to please their man. They want to basically be there for him. All right. Be submitted. Be that whole song should be basically a woman's mentality all the time. Be completely submissive on her man, doing exactly what her man wants her to do, you know, and keeping him happy. All right, just like how we got to keep the Most High happy. We supposed to submit unto the Lord. We supposed to cater to the Lord, man. All right. That's what our job is to do to the Lord, man. So y'all women job is for y'all to do that, to cater to us, man. All right. But the Lord put us in a predicament. It's a curse that actually our woman is not with us, man. So we can actually know how does the Lord feel, man? How do you feel if your woman catering to another man? How do you feel when your woman talks about another man, or in another man's face, or in someone else's face, man? I always want to be gathered abroad, you know, and not just one man talking to multiple different other men. All right. That's gonna make you look. That's gonna have a bad reputation on you. They gonna look at you like, yeah, man, you know, oh, such dude, man, you know, he took your girl in the house, man. Shit, I heard it wasn't a pleasant sight. You know, how you feel if a man walk in and he see 6 other men in his house, man, and his woman's on her knees. You know, that can bring a man to tears. All right. So guess what? That same feeling is how the Lord feels, man. All right, when we go a whoring after other gods. Okay. So we got it. That's one thing. That's one indicator to show you what we're in a lowly state right now, man. And that also should push you forth to cater to the Most High more, man. Because the more you cater to the Most High, the more he's the more, you know, how can I say, I'm not gonna say the more you cater to the Most High, the more the Lord's gonna give you a woman that's gonna cater to you. Because, you know, some brothers out here don't have any women. All right, they went into the kingdom to get their women. All right. But the more you cater to the Most High, the more that's kissing the Son. That's gonna appease his wrath, man. All right. Now, what man wants to what man congratulates his woman every time she does something that she's supposed to do? You know, she cooks dinner, she does this, she does that, she cleans the house. Those are things you're supposed to do, man. You're supposed to have those things always done. All right. So you're not supposed to always look for a blessing because I did a sit down today. I did 5 sit downs today, Lord. You got to give me a blessing now. Oh, Lord, I help this brother. Lord, I tied $100 today. You got to give me a blessing, Lord. Just some bullshit. You know, man. These are things we're supposed to do, man. All right? It's just, that's how it is, man. As Sarah obeyed Abraham, we are supposed to obey the Lord, man. And that's the ranking structure. All right? What's that in Genesis 2 and 3? It might be 5. No, it's 4. It might be 3. I gotta go down a little bit there. It's right at the last verse. Here it is right here. It's 3 and 16. This is Genesis chapter 3 verse 16. It says, and unto the woman he said, I shall greatly multiply thy sorrows and thy conceptions. All right, what does that mean? Basically, she's going to have the contractions. She's going to have labor pain. All right, because the labor, it's like a labor is supposed to be it's supposed to be an enjoyable thing. She's supposed to enjoy having a child, you know. But right now, it actually hurts. She has labor pains. That's why every time you see a woman in the hospital, she's screaming to get go in and get the child out of her. You know, she's having contractions. You know, those are the things that actually hurts. You know, they're telling her push. You know, I mean, you just go to it. You know, any woman having a child. You know, the shit looks painful in itself. But those is what the Lord, you know, put her through. All right. It says, and in sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and thy despise, it says, and thy desire shall be to thy husband. All right. It says, and he shall rule over thee. Okay. That desire. That's why, matter of fact, that's why every woman that loses her virginity, basically she goes crazy over that guy. You know, it's evident. I'm pretty sure brothers out there got sisters. Remember how that one dude, I mean, either it's your friend or that one guy had popped his sister, and you can never understand why your sister was doing so much crazy shit just to appease this guy. So much crazy, stinking out the house, doing this, doing that, and she was always gun talking about this dude and always was with him, you know, and you know, but sometimes, hey, sometimes, you know, yeah, men out here just leave the female. But basically, I have a cousin. I have a cousin, you know, me and her grew up, and, you know, we were both around 13, 14 years old, and about a year or two later, she actually had lost her virginity to a guy, and I'm telling you, it was literally night and day. She was doing unspeakable things I would never even think my cousin would be able to do. She was doing that for this dude, sneaking out the house, stealing cars, stealing credit cards, stealing money, doing all types of things just to, you know, just to see him, just to be in his presence, just to be around him. All right. Certain things, you know, we'll walk into the store. She'll call them to say, "Hey, meet me at the store, such, such, such. I'm gonna be there," and then, you know. And this guy was way older. He was, you know, he had to be like 24, 25 at the time, you know. But still, it just shows you that, you know, it just shows you, one, a young female loves a manly man. All right. When I say a manly man, I'm talking about older men. Okay. It's. I mean, we all I'm pretty sure every man out there has went to school, and a majority of the females that they went to school with was talking to some dude that wasn't even in school. That was some dude that was already probably had his apartment, some drug dealing nigga or something, you know. Probably already had his apartment, probably already had a car, you know, probably had, you know, a couple things. He had, matter of fact, to be honest, really, he didn't have to have that much. He just had to have a car and probably have a crib. All right. And she's saying, yeah, such and such, and she come home, and she always come to school with that big bag of McDonald's, you know. That, I mean, it just shows you, man, you know. It just shows you that young females love men that got their shit together, you know. They got the crib, they got everything, man. All right. But also, getting back to the point, it just shows you that she goes crazy over that man, because why? He basically broke her Heimlich. He broke her he basically, when he broke that Heimlich, when he popped that cherry, her feelings, they spirits got entwined. Now she's all he can think about. You know, it happens all the time. You know, now you have some females out here say, "Oh yeah, when my first broke, man, fuck that nigga, I left him and went to," you know. Now you have some demon women out here that lose their virginity and completely don't care nothing about the guy. You know, you have that. I'm not saying it's known that a female, but 9 times out of 10 chance, a female that loses her virginity to a dude, that dude's spirit is embedded into her, and she's all he can think of. She kind of goes a little borderline psycho for the dude, you know. And that's how it's supposed to be, because what the Lord didn't intend for a male to break a female's take the virgin and pop her cherry, and for that man to end up leaving that female for no reason. All right. That's why she go so crazy on her, you know, because she doesn't know another man. She only knows that one man. All right. And she's supposed to only cater and be under that one man. She doesn't supposed to marry nobody else, unless that man dies, or unless she doesn't do the things of a duty of a wife and he gives her a bill of divorce. All right. But other than that, man, hey, she's supposed to cater to him. All right, all the time, because his penis was supposed to be the only penis that went inside her, man. All right, until they both die. It wasn't supposed to be multiple penises going into a female. Now, you do have some incidences in some cases where if the man dies, she can go remarry. Really, to be honest, the man's brother is supposed to actually remarry her. She doesn't supposed to go out to nobody else. Well, it's like it. Actually, to be honest, the only time the brother is supposed to get the woman, unless she didn't have no children by the man. But if she had children by the man, she's counted as a widow, and she can go basically be another man's wife. Or the fact, if the man writes her a bill of divorce and tell her, you know, be about her way, and she can go and remarry with them. But guess what? In both of those incidences, she does not have the choice to leave. No matter no matter what dude's doing, no matter how he feels, no matter what, she does not have the choice to leave him. All right. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get that. This is in Mark 12 and 13, I believe, or 13 and 14. I believe it's 12 and 13. 13 and 12. And 12. Hold on. Bob, could y'all bear with me for a minute? You know, I think it's 12 and 10. No. 13 and 10. probably 10 and 12. Yeah, it's 10 and 12. Okay, I knew it was 12. I knew it was around this somewhere. But this is Mark chapter 10 verse 12. It says and if a woman shall put away her husband and marry to another, then she committed adultery, which is adultery is what, a sin unto death, man. You're supposed to put both man and female to death. All right. If she goes and have sex with another with a man's with another man besides her husband, she just committed adultery. So guess what? That law still stands to this day. That's why the scriptures call us a bunch of adulterers. This is adulterous generation. Because why? Every female we get is not a virgin. You know, every female we get 9 times. Well, I ain't gonna say 9 times 10, but guess what? If that female is not a virgin, guess what? That's adultery. And that man's still walking around and living, that is adultery. All right. What I was gonna say. Now, yeah, matter of fact, you have some incidences where men get with women and the women lie and say she don't have a man, and that man end up popping the woman. You know, she might end up saying, "Oh no, I don't have a man," and might hide it well. You know, and the man end up popping her. You know, he might pop her a couple times. He might be popping her for a whole year. He might think he in a whole relationship. Then they end up getting an argument and leave. You know, and then she go back with her one dude, and she go back to the main dude she was with. You know, and that man might never know that she had a whole other family on the other side of the town or something. You know, that doesn't negate the fact that that man committed adultery. Yeah, I mean, it was ignorantly. Now, I'm not saying that the Lord, the Lord, is going to destroy him because he did it ignorantly. You know, but if you was unaware, you have a slight chance of repentance. All right. There's a slight chance that you can ask the Lord to forgive you. Now, I'm not saying not go out there and just sleep with all the women and just don't ask. No, man. You're supposed to always ask, do you have a man? And me personally, I still go on social media pages, kind of look through the phone, just doing certain things, look, kind of try to chill with her at night, see who's calling her, just to give, basically all I'm saying is, give it time. Don't just go out there and sleep with any woman willy-nilly on the first night you meet him and do this and do that. Because 9 times out of 10, if you do that, you're going to get caught up and get, a woman that actually has a man. Give it time. Don't just go out there and just, sling dick around, man. All right? Actually, I ain't going to say get to know the chick and, fall in love and do all this. But actually try to, search it out. Just don't go out there because you can find yourself committed adultery like that, man. Give it a month. Some brothers wait 3 months to get with a woman. Some brothers wait a month. Some brothers wait a week. All I'm saying is be careful, because these women out here will tell you, hey, I ain't got a man. Matter of fact, some women would say, I ain't got a man, and then still have a nigga coming out and giving some dick every once in a while. But she don't claim that as her dude. She like, I don't claim that as my dude. He's just, he come by and give me some little here and there, but nah, that ain't my nigga. You can't deal with that woman, man, because that dude was popping her. She might not look at it like, oh, that ain't my man, but hey. Yeah, that's basically all it. I just want to show that, hey, the woman is up under the man. Oh, matter of fact, can't end it out without getting this. What is that? 2 Corinthians? Might be 1 Corinthians. Yeah, it might be first. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 11 verse 3. It says, but I would have you know that the head of every man is Hamashiach, and the head of every woman is man, and the head of every Hamashiach is Yahweh. It's like every, and the head of Hamashiach is Yahweh. Every man prayeth and prophesy, having his head covered, dishonoreth his head, but every woman that pray or prophesy with her head uncovered, dishonor her head. For that is even all one. It says, for that is even all one, as if they were shaved. For if the woman be not covered, let thy, I'm going to get straight to the point. It says, for the man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man. Neither was the man created for the woman, but the woman for the man. For this cause ought the woman to have power over her head because of the angels. Nevertheless, neither is the man without the woman, neither the woman without the man in the Lord. All right, so that basically just saying, hey, it's one. The woman is supposed to be with a man, and the man is supposed to be with a woman. All right, but the man is the head. All right, and that man's even though that man is your even though you have a woman, you're not supposed to mistreat that woman. All right, Matter of fact, it says love your wives as you love the church, man. That means as you love your brother and as you not doing wrong by your brother and don't do your wife wrong. All right. Yes, she is up under you, you know. And guess what? Really, to be honest, you're supposed to. That's really the besides your kids. That's really how you practice your instruction. You know, you supposed to give her tasks to do. You know, look at that as your own personal little underling. Okay. Now, I'm not, when I say underling, I don't tell her, oh, go read the scripture, go do a sit down about this. No, but give her tasks as you would if you was a head of a camp, man. That's how you supposed to run your household, all right? Give me, hey, baby, I need you to do this, I need you to do that, I need you to do this, I need you to do that. Could you do this for me? Boom, boom, boom. You know, make sure this is done, you know. And it's going to give you proper guidance as far as you was running the camp. And it's going to give you more and much love to your as you would do for your brother, man. All right. It says, for as a woman is of the man, even so the man is also of the woman. But all things of Yahweh. It says, judging yourselves, it is commonly that a woman pray unto God uncovered. Does not even nature itself teach you that if a man having long hair, it is a shame unto him? It says, but if a woman having long hair, it is her glory to her, for her hair give her for a covering. It says, but if any man seems to be contentious, we have no. That's basically it to that. I don't want to go no further. Yeah, I mean, basically, you know, hey, women, you're up under your man. All right. Now, you women nowadays that actually has the power to choose what man she can be with, a man, what man that she don't. All I can say is choose wisely. I'm not saying out there, hey, women, if a man tries to approach you, you must give his number, you must give him, some ass, you got to do this if he really wants to get. No, I mean, you women do have a choice now. But back in the ancient world, you don't have a choice. If the man wants you, the man will pursue you. Go to your father, say, hey, I want this woman, I would like to, marry her. What shekels of gold, give him to the father, then boom, that's it. But now, since you women do have a choice, some women out there that wants to do right by the Lord, me personally, I would just say, give it to the Spirit, Let the Lord, if you're really sincere, the Lord will send you a man, all right? Just don't go out there willy-nilly, slinging it to any guy that says, oh, shalom, sister, shalom, because you got false prophets out here too. And I ain't gonna say majority, damn near all of you women don't know how to choose a man. All right, you look at his clothing, you look at this, you look at that, and be like, oh, he must be a man of the Lord. He got this, he got that, he got that. I would just say, leave it to the Lord, man. Pray to the Lord, sincerely pray with your head covers that we just read. Sincerely pray to Yahweh B'Shem Yahshai and ask him to send you a man, so you can have a chance to be redeemed. All right. So, I mean, with that, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh B'Shem Yahshai B'Shem Kodash. Lord, and I hope this video was edified for you brothers out there. I'm going to say shalom.